Hey Libras, this is Leo with Half Moon Tarot. I will be doing your February 2024 reading. I've already meditated over the cards and asked that Spirit bring whatever is necessary for you to know, for you to expect, hear, and be prepared for. Okay? So, coming into February 2024, we have the Nine of Coins, we have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Queen of Coins. Okay? So when I first laid these three cards out, I was like, what is going on with Libra? Like, I feel like I'm reading for two different people, but I really had to look at this like an Oreo cookie, right? We have the two superficial sides with the creamy goodness on the middle. And it really feels like, Libra, you now know that success in any area of your life doesn't come with affection, doesn't come with a certain amount of love that you feel you are worthy of. You can be successful in any area of your life and still feel like something is missing. Okay? And it really looks like, for the Libra that I'm reading for, whomever that is out there, you are successful. You have the things that you want, but it just doesn't feel complete. You don't feel 100%, right? The the Nine of Cups comes in, and it talks about like this reflecting on, it could possibly be a relationship, it could possibly be a family ship, it could be friendship, whatever it is, but you yearn for closeness. You yearn for a space where you can be vulnerable with someone and not have to feel like airs have to be put on, right? Because you are an air sign, Libra, right? So you can really be yourself in a space where success and self are one, okay? The Hanged Man comes in between the Nine of Coins and the Nine of Cups. Now, traditionally, the nine means completion, right? So the completion of success doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful moving forward. It just means that the energy that I've been putting into my success, now that it is on a track to build its own success, right? So success is building its own success. It's like, you're making money in your sleep, right? So now that I'm in a space of that moving the way that it should, and I really don't have to put a lot of energy towards that, now I can start putting my energy towards the Nine of Cups. And the nine completion in the Nine of Cups just states that I'm going to stop thinking about it. I'm going to stop reflecting on it. I'm going to start actually moving towards that, right? Very similar to the Scorpio reading, okay? But in two different categories, okay? So yours is about like this success and this need for affection, this need for vulnerability, this need to fill the space that is missing, okay? The Hanged Man comes in between, like I already said before, and it talks about, if you want to move into this space of putting effort into the missing piece, then we actually have to sit back and reflect and find a new perspective, right? You can't go into this with the same mindset as business. You can't go to this with the same mindset if you are physically successful, right? If you are mentally, spiritually, emotionally successful, you can't go into it with that same mindset. You have to go into it brand new, right? You have to go into it not knowing anything, like being the fool card. I'm surprised the fool card didn't come out for you, right? So you have to sit in a space of finding a new perspective about yourself, especially if you're going through a situation that is it is like tearing you in half, right? And what I mean about that is like, there's this successful part of me, and there's this other part of me that craves affection and love, right? And it's like it's two different people. It's tearing you in half. If that is the metaphor that fits for you, Libra, then being in this hanged man situation, you have to really reflect. I don't want to say reflect, but you have to gain a different perspective, right? Because we're done with the reflecting. We actually have to go after it now. We have to do something about it. And that means going within yourself to figure out what it is that I need in order to feel that missing piece. That's the quote unquote reflection part. Okay. What is it that I need? Because I need to take this from a different angle than I have been attacking everything before. When I want to get something, I go and get it. I know how to move, I know how to maneuver and all of that. But this feels very foreign to me. This missing piece within me feels very foreign for me to go after. So sometimes people don't do it, right? They're just like, I will accept whatever it is that is coming instead of really putting themselves in the situation to have this growth, right? So the perspective needs to change. And the only way the perspective can change is if you sit in a space of what is it that I truly need to feel complete and go after that and truly go after that and not know the plan, not know what is happening. Okay. The Page of Wands comes out and it talks about once you start to feel those missing pieces, you're going to show up differently. You're going to glow differently, right? And this is going to attract in what it is that you've been missing. You want to attract that in, then you have to do the work. And the work is the Hanged Man, right? We have to go within ourselves. We have to study ourselves, figure out what it is that we really truly want, what we really truly need. If it is with a partner, what does that look like, right? If it is with a situation, what is it that will make me feel fulfilled, right? Fulfillment is the key for you in the month of February, Libra. Go for what fulfills you. Even if you don't have a plan, even if you don't know that next step, it is truly going to put you in a space of the Page of Wands where it is in a space of growth. Now, this growth can take you to many, many, many different places. When you start to feel those spaces inside of yourself, it can take you to many places, okay? So that could grow into a love life. That can grow into a business that you're more passionate about. That can grow into new connections, networking with people that you never would have even thought about being in a space with. Right? That brings me into the Nine of Swords. Now, the Nine of Swords for me always means like losing sleep, baby. But in this space of this reading, I really feel like in the twilight hours at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., this is where some of my Libras are going to be waking up in the middle of the night around that time. And this is a space for you to start doing that Hanged Man work. Okay, because any other time during the day, you don't have the time. Okay, so the spirit is physically waking you up to say, hey, you're missing something in life. Let's brainstorm it. Let's figure out what it is that you're missing. Let's figure out, the best way to go about it, to get it. And if we don't have a plan after that, if we don't know where that takes us, we don't have to map out the entire, space, but we do need to work on it. Okay, we do need to have that time with ourselves, right? That time with yourself could look like meditation. That time for yourself could look like journaling. That time for yourself could really just look like you filing all the thoughts away in order to clear the space in the mind, right? Because once we start to clear the space in the mind and we start to file those mental thoughts, then we can have a better perspective, right? It could even be a time where we start to reflect on our day that is to come, right? That day to come, we could start to set that tone for the day at that 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock hour. Okay, so this is your time, Libra, to really start to work on self from the inside out so that you can start to attract in that missing piece that you just feel you're missing, right? That you feel is far away, it may be feeling foreign to you. But with any foreign language, if you take it baby steps, you'll be fluent in it in no time. Okay? Libra, this has been your February 2024 reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.